My advice in getting an agent is, I want to talk particularly about voiceover, I guess, because that's my area. We always want to keep our list fresh, so we're always going to shows, we're going to comedy clubs, we're going to voiceover classes. When we see people working is where we find them. It's a very particular side of the business. It's different from stage acting. It's different from acting for TV. It's its own beast. So you really need to hone that particular craft.
Be persistent. You know, people send one headshot out and go, I didn't hear anything. How can you get an agent by sending one thing out? But being persistent and consistent and giving them tools and information that they would need and could use to sell you.
You shouldn't be targeting the large agencies just yet. Use stepping stones. Start out with the small ones, then go to the medium size. Again, have a plan. That's the biggest thing. Have a plan in place.
As a casting director, I feel like one of the most common mistakes that actors make in an audition can be that they take things really personal, or they think about it way too much when they come out of the room. They should just kind of walk out of the room and completely forget about it. It's just go in there, do your work, and if you've completely prepared yourself for that audition, you're going to be great.
The most common mistakes that are made coming into a room are the assumption that they know what the casting director wants and then trying to replicate an image of what they think is needed, as opposed to bringing themselves into the room along with their skills, because we're always looking for the individual that has something more to bring than the structural necessities of any role.
Everything I do is on camera for television or film. So I would say for me, the most common mistake that I see is a lack of familiarity with auditioning on camera, which is a very different experience and a different thing than auditioning for the stage. So I think in that respect, the mistakes I see are simply you're too big for the camera and you're not familiar enough with the space that you're auditioning in, which is fairly small. So I think actors need to put themselves on tape, either through their webcams or through home video cameras or whatever, and really get used to being on camera so that A, the camera doesn't make you nervous, and you can do away with any of that, and also so you know your physical space.
I think the number one thing that actors overlook is the preparation and finding the character and finding their own voice in the character, and that's really what we want to see.